Hi Aquarius, this is Jess with your end of month March 2021 general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Aquarius. Um Definitely you guys need to excuse my raspy voice. But you guys need to get control of your vices. Yeah, it's getting the better of you for some of you. Some of you, you've gotten yourself in something that it's not so easy to get out of. That's for sure. If you're working, if you're employed, wow, you are blessed. You guys, it seems like you're in the most peaceful, harmonious, stable environment probably possible. It's really good where you work. Everyone, it kind of feels like family. Possibly the unnecessaries left, or you just, have been blessed to have a really good group of people working around you, and it feels like family. This is a place that some of you can retire in. You can have for quite some time. If you're unemployed, don't give up. Don't give up. I want to pull one more card because you have a lot of ooh. You may have had your eye on a particular job that may not come through. Your agitation because you're tired of waiting, you're tired of being patient, could get the better of you. And for some of you unemployed Aquariuses, it either will blow up in your face, and this will be another karmic lesson for you to learn to, again, approach it in a more slow and steady and methodical sort of way, or it's going to bring out the beast in you, and you'll find yourself ready to go and ready to take anyone down when the next opportunity comes. So all of you will be different. Either way, I think that you need to exercise a little bit more patience, because the frustration of your lack of patience is kind of prolonging this lesson. So if you let go and let God, then things will start to kind of fall in place, if that makes any sense. And if you are self-employed, well, yeah, you may have kind of partnered with, doing business with people who, again, you got into something that you can't get out of, okay? And that has become problematic. You're losing money by the day for some of you, and self-employed. You're not seeing the same amount of customers. Business is really starting to go slow and decline, and that's bad for your morale overall. I feel like some of you are in a poverty mindset, and I understand if money is getting really tight. Some of you self-employed Aquarius says you are a landlord, and this is the first time I'm actually seeing this. And some of you are dealing with, you can't evict people, but they're not paying their rent, all the things. So you may be trying every strategy you can to get these people to cooperate with you. They're not going to be honest. They're just going to put a worse taste in your mouth. I would say take a step back. I know how frustrating this could be for you guys, but take a step back, because in your solace, in your quiet, or going to get aid and help by a specialist, someone is going to be able to help you, or in your quiet and your solace, you'll be able to get the answers you seek. If it is you with self-employed income that's declining and it's being affected by others, even however it's being affected. For some of you, if you kind of think of a better strategy or a different way to handle the situation, for some of you, like I said, you're going to have to go to a specialist. You'll be able to work yourself out of that. You may be feeling a bit overwhelmed at times, like you want to give up. Please stay the course, Aquarius. This is just a peak, I should say, or actually a valley for some of you when it comes to your income. But this is just a part of life that everyone goes through at some point. It doesn't feel good. It feels pretty yucky. You are in a poverty mindset, so watch your thoughts. And you may be being approached this week, if not next week, by people who aren't being the most honest and trustworthy. You're going to need to take time to sift through what's true and what's not. Again, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Whatever your circumstance is, you're in a slow and steady process, not a quick one. I just want to keep that in mind. And I also want to remind you guys that drinking, smoking, whatever it is that you may be doing to numb yourself isn't going to solve the problem. I think you guys know that. And I think you're probably saying, well, hell, I know that. It's just hard for me to kind of do anything otherwise because of all these things that I'm going through. Home life, as I said, looks very challenging at this time. If you're trying to sell a home, get a loan, anything to do with finance and approvals, be careful. Okay. You're not being told the truth. Okay. Some of you are thinking to pour all this money into your home. You may not see that value come back around. So some of you may feel like you're not putting any more money. You may be ordered to put money into your home, like you've gotten some type of a report back or something. So I do see kind of feeling like you've wasted money, energy, effort, time into a home or with a person who's not giving up any money, right? And that goes back to the landlord situation I spoke to. Now, some of you, you're not getting along with people in the home in which you live, and you may be feeling like it's not worth it. I'm doing all the work, I'm putting in all the money, that sort of thing, and I'm going broke in the meantime. So there's that. You have a lot of little moving parts here, Aquarius. Again, if anybody can get through it, I'm sure you guys can. But again, understand that it is a process. So I don't see stress. I see you guys plugging along slowly but surely, but just be very conscious of what you're hearing and even what you're seeing, because not all of it is true. Okay, that was a mouthful. Let's get into a lighter note, which is love. And I would be extremely conservative up until May. And you probably have to do it way past May, probably until July, I want to say August. But yeah, until July, August. September is when you probably will feel like, okay, I'm back on track. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back on track, especially for the ones that I'm speaking to. For some of you, you don't have these money problems, but if you do, definitely pace yourself for several months out. Okay, now love. And even going back to the real estate thing, even though I'm not really looking into that specific, you may get a chance to breathe. Some things may be coming down the pipe that you don't know that will kind of solve your problems by September. Okay, so back to love. Sorry, guys. Aquarius singles, your issue is either someone keeps coming back to you and you're giving them chances and chances, and it's stopping you from moving on with your life so that you can kind of live your quote unquote best life. And others of you, you're going back to people and you're creating these false starts. Like you have this on again, off again thing going on with someone. One minute you want to be in a relationship, next minute you want to be single. Like that's the issue here for some of you. People coming toward you, if you're getting yourself out there, I feel that they are going through something. Again, they may not be the most honest. They may not be the most forthcoming. And that's because they're going through something that they don't feel safe to share, but they will in time. So again, this is part of that marathon not being a sprint. If you find someone or you're getting to know someone that you know, okay, this person's not a liar. This person is not really, they're going through some stuff. And they may not just be so sure what they want. They may be mimicking you. Do I really want to go back to my past? Or am I ready to, start with my future with a new person? But they will get very clear by July if you're getting to know someone new. Singles, your ex is happy. Some of you, your ex wants to start new for some of you, or your ex is at their happy place. They're starting over in life completely and they're focusing on other things rather than you. And I've been getting that a lot for the signs lately, that exes are kind of breaking themselves from this past and they're moving forward. So for some of you Aquariuses, that's happening in your life as well. And that's kind of good. Okay, so Aquarius single ladies, what's coming up for you in love? You're not done completely, but you're done. Some of you may have been getting to know, juggling a couple of people. Not really sure, as I was mentioning, if you wanted to take your past back or be free and independent. You're choosing free. It might take a month or two for some of you to get to this place. Others of you are already there. But you're at a place of, yes, I want to be free. You may have been having frivolous sex or entanglements, let's say, but you're even trying to free yourself from that. You will free yourself from that, and you will be taking a huge step back. Some of you Aquarius singles are about to be single, not talking, dealing with, having sex with anything with anyone. You're really going to take a break and a breather. And that looks like it will include single Aquarius ladies and men. Men too. I feel for some of you, unfortunately, hopefully no one lost a baby in the process. My condolences for anyone that miscarried or lost a baby. You may find people unattractive. Excuse me. Some of you Aquarius single men, you may find the person that you want unattractive. I mean, quarantine has definitely put on the pounds for some people out there, and you may be unattracted to someone. The person you thought that things were going to go somewhere with, you now realize that it's not. You're letting that go. Hopefully no one has an STD, and now you're saying, I'm definitely letting you go now, and I need a break. You need a break, and you need to see the doctor if that's the case. If it's not that dramatic, then I just see you guys taking a break overall. And I just see you guys taking a break, like especially with this money situation. When your money gets funny, yeah, everything I would imagine gets shut down. Like you can't even can you really function when money gets a little funny? That's what I'm saying. It's not funny at all. But I see overall singles, at least, you're shutting down from dealing with people because you really need to focus on your finances or getting yourself from one situation to another. And it's saying if you make the effort, you could meet when it's time, because it's just not time for any of you yet, at least the ones I'm picking up for singles. Marriage could be in the cards for you. Now let's get into, you're serious enough where you would consider something really serious that could go up to marriage, because you're pretty serious about things these days. Okay, so now let's look at couples. This is an amazing reading. It's really, really good. I feel like both of you Aquarius couples, you both are really good at what you do. You make good money for some of you, the ones I'm reading for. Your person could be a complete star, or you are like well known. And just by default, they've become well known or popular. It's kind of like when you meet someone and they're good energy for you, great energy, blessed energy for you, and your life turns around, times ... It kind of looks that way, but you both seem to have earned it, and on your own, in your own right. I do see a lot of distance between the two of you, and it may be careers or life circumstances that has you distant from one another. But it's not an ego issue, and it's not someone feeling too needy. It's very healthy. The only issue that it looks like to me is that there's not enough time or space to kind of have the lovey-dovey stuff go on right now. If the two of you are at odds with one another, because it could be quite possible, your person is very hopeful that things are going to turn around, but you're both, strongly independent. So that's the thing. It's a lot of independence on both of your parts, and you could easily get wrapped up in money, and I got to go here, and I need to take care of that. Some of you are about to buy a new car. Couples or singles, someone is about to buy a new car, but I'm telling you, do your homework. So, okay. Anyway, but back to this love for couples. Yeah, it looks amazing. If you are disconnected at this time, I feel someone needs to say, hey, we need to talk, or we need to take our time to kind of work things back. And it looks like someone's going to be willing to do that, where the other person isn't going to be so willing to do that. And they may tell you one thing, and then when Gemini season comes, they're changing on you again. So that's where I see a bit of a caveat for those of you who may be in a sticky situation in your relationship, not speaking, focusing more on work than the relationship, and trying to come back together is going to be a huge challenge, because someone's not being very honest with the other person and kind of leading them on is what it looks like to me. But overall, I do see things kind of getting good, except for the ones that I just spoke about. The ones I just spoke about, your situation, if you are entangled with money with each other, you you have businesses together, that sort of thing, but the love seems to be kind of drifting away from each other. Someone's going to be far more interested in staying together for money. Okay. It's like someone wants to stay together for the opportunity, and the other person is in it for the love. And that's where the two of you may differ. Okay. So if you are at all interested in the extended, you definitely can find that along with all that we look at down in the description box below, as well as the 2021 Aquarius yearly reading and the link to my website. And for those of you, and so that's what I have. I'm trying to remember my outro, guys. It just has been so, I've forgotten my outro. But anyway, Everything is down in the description box below. And for those of you who are new, welcome and subscribe. I know that's my outro, but it always feels weird now when I say it. It doesn't come off my tongue like it just normally does. But subscribe, because I'll be back very soon with another one. Thanks, and take care, Aquarius.